This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2000. This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Freeman. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They run, Freeman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, King. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They run with the former Pitt Panther, Quadri Olison. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Back to throw. King. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Micah Hyde. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo. Christian travel.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Bravo.
Screen. Bang, 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 bang. 45's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Get it.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
60 outlaw.
Mike, you got nothing to that. You got nothing.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Hit it.
On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the 11-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
X3, 218, get it ready.
Throwing Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Come on, D. Switch.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7. Go.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 3.
This is Freeman.
He's checking.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man, complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Atlanta.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Squeeze. Hey, check. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Undercrush.
King now, operating from the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw is King. On third down. It's caught. Jones. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. It's a give to Freeman running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Ready?
Second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check. Slams.
Hey, Delta. Stay grip.
On first down, Presley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's
15 line. 15 line. Protein spill. Hey, wahoo!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Presley. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Squeeze, double. Check, 45 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
Okay, double up.
Now.
Off the play fake. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Safety screaming. Check 37.
Operating from the gun, King. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's got room. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 13. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Jet.
Watch twins.
They'll run now with Dillon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Dillon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Hey, Alpha.
Jones on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, Presley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Ready, set.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
Go, go.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in
Get
there.
it.
From the gun, Jones.
Check three.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And Freeman lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down now, Presley And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been.
Looking to throw. Jones. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now Jones off the play fake. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
No, X3, 218, chopper.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, watch out. Check Mike.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got it. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. King operating from the gun. Looking deep for Julio. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's on Teron Armstead, the big tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the run, it's Peyton. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, Echo. Yeah.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 69 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Presley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. On 4th down, King. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may do it for this NFC title game.
On the ready.
Check, 45 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check, check, check.
They'll run on 1st down. Presley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
70, Indy.
6-yard line.
Double time.
Ready, ready.
And they take a knee.
Jones on the keeper.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.